It's developing normally, from your experience obviously with difficult feed is, when would you recommend maybe starting solid foods in the diet for a child? That would be the ideal time.
Well, in the normal situation, the child begins having munching skills around 8 or 9 months. There's a lot of variation. So that's when you typically see, as they're developing their pincer grasp as well, that they're looking for the Cheerios. And
so if the kid is on a formula or breast, which is the ideal formula, you would say start solid foods way after 6 months?
Oh, well, if you're saying solid foods just as, baby food, pears, stage 1 foods, I think, it used to be around 4 months, it's 4 to 6, so...
Used to be 2 weeks. That's a long time ago. But now we get 4 to 6 months, preferably 6. A lot of people
right.
say, especially if they're breastfed. But if you, from your experience with difficult feed, is what would you recommend if you're going to start some solid food? Would be the first solid food you would say you should reach for? Cereal, fruit, vegetables. What would be the first thing you would go to?
Well, we find that it's works out fine for the children to start with cereal. However, it is one of the more difficult textures, so that
so difficult feed, it might be even more difficult.
Right. So then you would want to.
Is it one cereal group better than another cereal group?
No. Oatmeal and barley are supposed to be less constipating than rice, but
you don't find that there's no differences in your mind.
Very few.
Okay, so, but if you got the cereal in, what would you go next if you a normal child?
Well, there's that thinking that you don't want to introduce sweets first, you want to introduce vegetables first.
So the present fad, you would go to less sweet things, getting up used to sweet food, is that correct?
Yes.
That's today's fad.
That's today's fad.
Okay.
Does it really make a difference?